They say you either die a hero or you see yourself become the villain. But I didn't think so at the time of creation of my old myth account, Quimian. To live in that state of pure bliss, where nobody would hate you based on the way you made your game. A place free of judgment, a place free of dispisal from other people, a library of all bad experiences. The small bad experience that I've had. I said to myself, no, when I'm gonna make videos hunting myths, I'm not gonna be like this. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give these people a chance. But what I lacked was the knowledge. The knowledge that you either own them or they will own you. And I've been taken advantage of many times. Hunt me, Igelknytt, they said. Please, come to my small, terribly made, zero scripted game. I have worked many hours on it. So I'll go help you. I'll help you out. But little did I know was that small myths were small myths for a reason. They only looked at the visible part of the cube. They never really seemed to look inside of that very cube. That thought that, oh, I should just make a scary game, as a scary person, and now all of a sudden people will go make videos on me. Quimian invented the phrase respect small myths. But what if those small myths did not deserve the respect? I mean, they're small. They worked hard for that silly game. That hard work was never really hard work when you compare to the work that somebody else put into their game. I could give it a scary theme. I could add additional scripts. I could plunk in tea, the most useful myth item in all of history. I could plunk in free models. More free models. Even more free models. And I could hide that good story that doesn't make any sense. But would that really make me good? No. That would make me horrible. That would make me terrible. And that's what Quimian was. A terrible myth, who believes that creating a scary game would result in mystery being, formed when he's, dead and stuff. Quimian was one of the worst myths to ever exist, and that's a fact. No, seriously, I didn't even even come up with a good story with him. I was like, okay, so, it was this guy, and then it was a desert, and then there was white monsters, these white seaman monsters that would conjure themselves up from the ground and would go whoopish, whoopish, and then they killed somebody. And then there was Quimian, and he was working for the circus, and he was cleaning up the gorilla poo. No, that was seriously a thing that I was gonna add to the story, but then I stopped because that'd be too stupid. Oh, and then one of the cars, they fell down of a cliff, and it was kidnapped. And when he was kidnapped, he was kidnapped. He was tied down and he was forced to drink alcohol. But then the seaman monsters came and saved him. I mean, it's always just that same thought. If I just create this scary game, a YouTuber will come and make a video on it.
Holy hell. It's the king of the Crusaders. What?
Through the entirety of SMI, I was just sucking up to people. Eventually, I moved on to learn that maybe I don't have to suck up to people. Maybe I'm just gonna enjoy this sport on my own. Oh yes, but how do you enjoy that sport? I know! You simp for the girl myth. Ah, yes. And then I got into a bunch of group drama with simping for the girl myth, and I eventually just gave up on everything. But why come back? Why come back to it all? Oh, I know I came back. Because I was good at it. I mean, I wasn't good at myth hunting during the first period, but I eventually learned to, well, get on with the whole myth hunting system. I mean, I was never really the best. I was sort of just leeching off it for views. But I did gain experience with knowing what made a myth good and what made a myth bad. And I feel like that knowledge should be put to good use. Quimian was a pathetic myth. He'd expect others to respect him without putting the same effort back into the game. He did create some good built games, yes, but was it really good? I mean, he included several free models. I mean, was there ever a piece of work or effort put into that myth? He created a silly new game. His story was mumbled, and his system didn't work. And that's what resulted in his demise. Vicloris is a businessman, an expert in the trade of this hunting thing.
I'll probably actually work in this now instead of whatever I was doing before.
What? No, don't do that. Vicloris creates detailed, well-made, well-scripted games that took days, weeks, possibly even months to conjure up. An owner of a group of loyal members whom are also respected, following like him and stuff. What really made Vicloris the man he was meant to be originally? What really seemed to be that type of effort put in to that myth that Vicloris was nowadays? What really was it that made all of his loyal followers in the first place? Quimian, he followed the rules, but did he really follow the rules?
I cannot feel grass. I cannot breathe. I am a League of Legends player. I am in my League of Legends house.
Vicloris. Vicloris puts the massive amount of details, or to the tiniest of like details. Check out this pillar. It's like detailed and everything. Look at this. It has like 2 things. Wow. That's a lot of parts. I wonder my game freezes a little when I move around. You compare this amount of detail in Vicloris' game to the amount of detail Quimian put in his game. Quimian, of course, he put detail in his work. He put effort. My game has frozen. Okay, well, whatever. Who needs the internet anyway? I mean, Quimian was sort of a side hustle. A side hustle. A small enjoyment that he partook in to build up his hopes of dreams of one day becoming famous.
This Dort needs a code. Alright.
Well, I can't breathe. Who could have done this? Vicloris! He scripts his games. He adds details. He adds like GIUs, GUIs, and like UIs to make his game look professional. He added a style. Vicloris would know the definition of art, while Quimoyon would know the definition of fart. Sup? Vicloris knows how to put a certain theme in his art. This overgrown rocky landscape, washed away by time, with harsh winds blowing in the distance. What did Quimian know? What did Quimian know? Quimian learned something else. I mean, Quimian, he lived a life of hate. He dissed the big myths without knowing what made the big myths big myths. I mean, sure, one person would have a completely horrible story, but was that really what made the big myth big myth? Was the big myth really a big myth because he paid a YouTuber money to record his game? Or was the big myth a big myth because that big myth deserved to be a big myth? Did Quimian deserve to be a big myth? Quimian was narcissistic. He believed that he was a superior myth. He was the best. YouTubers and famous myth hunters go through this boring same old story, while we, exotic and open small myths, stand there with the feeling that all we did was for nothing. I mean, did Qui really put effort in his game? Let me go back through memory and see if I did put free models in the game. Let's see. Free model, free model, free model, free model, free model, free model. Free model, 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 free model. Oh, I don't know, I might have made that guy. No. Free model, free model, free model, free model, free model, free model. No, I built those myself. Free model, free model, free model, free model, free model. Free model, free model, free model, free model, free models on the floor, free model, free decal, free model, 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 free model. Oh. Oops, free model. And I horribly placed on at that. Free model, free model, free model. I remember when I used to take people there, I'd completely make up the entire, like, hunt thing. Oh yeah, see, this is my clown, man. When I used to get bullied when I was little, the little clown came and stabbed the guy on his foot, man. And I'm forever grateful for the little clown who stabbed the person on his foot when he was about to bully me. I mean, come on, you've definitely seen this bed before. Did Quimian really deserve to be a popular myth when you compare it to somebody like the Chloris or Asia Horizon who visited me, who significantly put more effort in their game? I mean, think back to that one time I hunted Asia. Look at that entire game. Look at that entire landscape, that entire cityscape, the fan base. And look at me. I mean, sure, my ideas were creative, but that's all they were. They were creative. Did I ever put much effort into making it good? Certainly not, because there was a crack in the background. I mean, if I put exactly as much effort on Quimian as I did with my game, zone, place, whatever, and good news, the thumbnail was approved. But I mean, if I put as much effort into Quimian as I did with, well, this game, I'd certainly get a lot more love. Quimian made choices which made it so he deserved to be small. He wasn't necessarily underrated, he was just bad. But hey, we all start somewhere. But Quimian's nightmare was to have a prick like me go to his game and say some bad things about it, without ever realizing that his game maybe was the bad one. I mean, did he really put as much effort in it as Igelknytt put effort in his game? No, he just made a bad experience, and then he expected other people to like it. This person can build. He must be the greatest myth in all of history. Right, but anybody can do that. Anybody can build. Anybody can just follow the rules of the myth hunting. What? You stole my brand! Good. Spread the word. I mean, anybody could become a myth. Give yourself a scary name. Give yourself a scary password. Make yourself a boy, because boys are cool. Play Barbie Dreamhouse. Make your avatar look like Amelia Ashgard. Make it look cool. Buy Robux. Buy Robux. Miseries. Give yourself a shitty lore that's supposed to be scary. Let's make my base look like a penis. Let's build it. Like that. Let's add a tree. Let's add a free model tree. Oh yeah, it's gonna be so cool. Oh yeah, it's gonna build. We're just gonna build a bit. Yeah, oh yeah, just put a bunch. Oh yeah, make it invisible. Oh yeah, and we're gonna dig, and we're gonna put a dead person there because dead people are cool. God, I wish I was dead so I'd be cool as well. Then I'm gonna push myself down there, and I'm gonna be pointing down at that ditch, and I was gonna say, jump into the void. And you gotta jump into the void, and you gotta kill yourself. Yeah, let's just follow the rules and the guidelines, and surely some YouTuber will come and make a video of me. I mean, Quimian sure had his dreams come true, but I'm sure younger me would certainly punch myself in the testicles when he figures out that I insulted him in his game. I mean, I'd do the same thing. I'd punch younger me in my testicles. I mean, sure, it hurt me a bit as well, but come on. A couple years after myth hunting, he got himself addicted to anime. And then he reached rock bottom. Oh, great. But the thing I hate about these making a myth guides is that they always give this tip of the iceberg overview of it. Oh, just make a scary person and act scary on the internet. I mean, there's a lot more to put into it. Like, a myth isn't supposed to be scary. It's more supposed to be artistic. A myth being scary is like saying, if you want to go to the gym and you want to better yourself, you're forced to do deadlifts and bench presses. I mean, I don't want to do deadlifts and bench presses. They hurt my back and they hurt my chest. I'd rather do push-ups. Same thing, a myth doesn't have to be scary. A myth should be more abstract. I mean, you have Delicious's theme of being like this abstract retro theme. You have Chloris's theme of being this overgrown rocky theme. You have Amelia Asgard's theme of being, this is a house and it comes from La France, the best country ever. In La France we put snail in a baguette. I don't know why they don't do that in other countries though, but La France is good because you put snail in the croissant. You see all these good big myths What makes them so interesting? What makes them so huntable? I mean, somebody like Future Dark Meanings could just put scary glitched text and like something in a poorly made build where the entire story is just plastered on walls, but you have to complete a little obby in it. But the obby is impossible because, well, because the guy's building style is sloppy. Would that really make the myth interesting to hunt? I mean, sure, the myth has a story, but couldn't that story be expressed better? Then you have somebody like Vacloris, who expresses his myth in a significantly better way. I don't know his story though, because I don't. It's too confusing. I'm very dumb. I do not hunt like advanced people. But like, yeah, that's like the difference between that and stuff. To add a bit of current extra information, a day has passed since the recording of the video. I coveted for I I coveted I coveted I covered I coveted for Bovid. That's not just all. My computer as well also for some reason seems to have a virus. And I don't know what happened, all of a sudden things started just shutting down, all of the modules connected to the computer just started shutting down. I don't seem to know what happened, and all of a sudden I got logged off from all my Steam, Spotify services, etc. But I think I know what happened exactly. For a joke about Quemian appreciating fart and not art, I was supposed to have like an NFT in the background as to make fun of their art, and I chose to download it. That's the least I can know, because before that happened everything seemed to be going fine. I just realized I should probably stop downloading things off Google. But don't worry, I deleted the cursed monkey of my computer and everything is fine now. But back to the before thing. I coveted for Bovid, and that's some very good news. And due to this coveted testing, I'm now allowed to have a free week off of school, which now gives me the privilege to work on my YouTube and like a lot and stuff. I'm allowed to edit and make videos as I want without school taking away all my free time and energy and will to live. This is gonna be the happiest week of my life, and I just know it. And if I die, let Igelknytt be known as the YouTuber that never existed. Do not look at those small myth guides and how to make a myth and think, yes, I have to do this, and all of a sudden YouTubers are gonna come and hunt me and expect them to respect your game. That's not gonna work. You're gonna put effort in it and it's not gonna be worth it, because there will always be somebody better. It's very painful to know, and it took a lot of pain for me to realize that as well and gobble it up like the knob gobbler I am, but it's the truth, and the truth cannot be ran away from whatever you do. You may be wondering, how do I combat people being better than me then? You be better than them. How do you be better than them? Well, you learn the script and you put that scripting into your story, and then you update that style of art you use in your game. It's all a massive project. Right, now how do I end this video?